Hello everybody, welcome. My name is Juliet and today I have a drawing video for you, but not necessarily showing you a speed up drawing or anything like that, but I'm gonna go back to the fundamentals of drawing with a book by Barrington Barber. The book that I tried to go through when I was like 6, 7. I failed miserably because my attention span wasn't the greatest. I just got bored. But this is my redemption arc. I'm gonna go through this book and I'm gonna take you along for the journey. So yeah, let's go. Okay, so the first thing that the book says is anybody can learn to draw. It just takes practice. So I guess like with the musical instrument, the more you do it, the better you get at it. And the more intuitive it feels. So the book at the very beginning is like, don't give up. Which fair. The next thing is the materials. So for the materials, I have the set of pencils. I have the eraser and the little sharpener. And also I have this little stand, which is like an iPad or like recipe book stand, but I'm gonna use it to prop up the paper so I can draw without it being flat, because the book says it should be like either in front of you vertically, right? Yeah, vertically, or a little bit on an angle but not flat. So I'm gonna use this to make the paper stand a little bit on an angle. So the first thing I'm gonna do is actually sharpen the pencils. The book recommends to start with pencil B, 2B, 3B or 4B. So I'm gonna go with B and 2B, 2B or not 2B. And yeah, let's sharpen them. And now the fun begins. Fun, I don't know if it's gonna be fun. Cause, you know how everybody is used to draw the same way as essentially right? Wrong! I mean, not really wrong, but like, we're going through the basics, so I'm gonna try to have the right posture and stuff like that. And you are supposed to, according to the book, hold the pencil like this, more of like a painting way of holding like a brush and stuff like that. I have never drawn like that, ever. But I need to get used to holding the pencil, like so. Actually, I saw in Lord of the Rings behind the scenes, the artists were drawing concept art of Rivendell and whatnot, and they were holding the pencils like this, and they were also sharpened in a very specific way. I always wondered why, but now I can see if you draw that way, it's different than this, right? My drawings will not be up to standard for a while because it takes practice. Actually, let me show you my like standard style. So here we have a fairy from Spiderwick, a lady, I believe she is from the book of how to draw the undead. I might be wrong, but I think that's where she is from. We have Mog from Final Fantasy XIII 2. A very random frog, but I actually tried to color it. Some random lamppost, also some bird. I quite like drawing animals as well, so that's what I usually draw. That's how I usually draw. We'll see, maybe after going through the entire book, I will draw so much better. Or at least my posture will be better, my wrist won't hurt, you know? You learn stuff like that as well. So yeah, let's go do the first exercise. So we have some basic shapes, but the difficulty will be drawing them next to each other, like in a square and stuff like that, to have the same space between the lines, between the dots and such. Drawing the circle, which is the bane of every artist's existence, same as drawing hands. But yeah, I'm gonna start with drawing dots and lines on different angles into a square. let's see how bad it goes. Guys, that's what we have so far. You can't even see anything, but believe me, something is there. And it's so difficult to do. Okay, so I did some exercises, drew some lines, some dots. Let's see how it went. We can only go up. So this is the first page. As you can see, the lines are not very even. Also, I was putting the pencil on the paper very, very lightly, so you can barely see it. And this is the second page where I focused on the lines a little bit more. Started very wonky, but I really tried. So they are not squares, but they are lines. So that's how it went. As you can see, how I go like down the page, it got better and better. I'm proud of this one. That's quite good, if I say so myself. And yeah, that was the first exercise. And to be completely honest with you, that was heckin' difficult. A very important thing is I didn't feel any strain whatsoever on my wrist, like I usually do when I draw or write. So that's very good. That's a very good sign. So the next exercise is drawing circles. Oh, I turned on the light, so that should hopefully help. And here we have the circles. The circles aren't that bad. It's really difficult to keep them the same size. But they do look like circles, very cute little potatoes. So I did like 4 pages of them. And it's actually fun. It's fun to draw them. Much more fun, in fact, than lines. But saying that, I'm gonna go back to the lines again, and then I'm gonna take a break, have some tea, and we'll see what the results of today's practice. What? Okay, so I got some Earl Grey, some tea, so it's time for a little break. So what I learned so far, we are on like literally 2 first pages of the book. What I learned is how to hold the pencil properly, and I can't believe that actually works. And you know, there must be a reason why they teach you to do stuff a certain way, right? Also to hold the paper on an angle, that I know that it works, because if you think about it, stuff closer to you will appear bigger than further away from you, so having the paper flat completely ruins the proportions. I mean, you get used to that, you work around it in your brain, and the drawing is completely fine. But if you can make it easier by putting the paper on an angle, then why not do that, right? By the way, look at my Full Metal Alchemist mug I got from my brother, I think for my birthday at some point in high school. But look how cool it is. It has Ed and Al. By the way, I don't want anybody to misunderstand that if you can't draw lines in a square then you're not a good artist. You can be an amazing artist and you might not be able to do that, and it's fine. You can draw with anything. You can take a stick and draw in the mud. It's completely okay and you can be great at it. My point today is essentially to give myself a challenge and potentially learn something new. So yeah. Actually, guys, let me know what art is to you. Is it a very structured and very serious thing? Is it just expression of self? Is it a way to process your emotion? Is it a way to just have fun? Let me know, because that's a very interesting topic to me. How people process art psychologically. Because people can get very annoyed online at a certain art piece. People can be like, wow, that's amazing. And some people would be like, what are you talking about? That's crap. You know, the art is just stirring people up, you know? And that's what I like about it, I think. It's the same as music. It brings out emotion, the good and bad, sad and happy. It's amazing. And saying that, I'm gonna do the last exercise, which is to draw some shapes, mainly spiral and triangle, because I haven't drawn them yet. So let's try. I think I'm done. Okay, so let's see what I managed to practice today. So this is the first page. A very wonky, not very visible, because I was doing very, very, very soft lines. But that's the first page. This is the second. A little bit more visible. I really have trouble with spaces between the lines to make the spacing even. But you know, it's just the first day, right? Then I moved on to circles. Some of the circles are really nice. Some of the circles are potatoes. So that's the first page of circles. Second page of circles. Third page of circles. Fourth page of circles. Then we have the lines again, and I can tell that I got a little bit more confident, and they started to look a bit more like squares. It's really difficult to draw a square without drawing a square. I will tell you that. So that's another page of those. Then we have the spirals, and they turned out terrible, but you know, that's another thing to practice. And the last one is the page of triangles, which are really difficult to draw, holding the pencil like you are supposed to. And to sum up today's adventure, guys, I really enjoyed it. I never thought practicing the basics would be so fun. Because, you know, learning can be fun, even if it's hard. So yeah, that was very fun to do. It actually took me a while. These are very simple exercises, but I was focusing so hard because I could feel my head switching to this hold, and it's supposed to stay like this. I was like, hand, stay. You know, those are the things that you have to do very consciously at the beginning, then you just do it automatically. Like writing, we don't think about every single letter, right? But yeah, I am very happy. I'm gonna keep on practicing. I'm still gonna be drawing the old way, my usual way. I don't have a way to draw differently digitally. I don't want to say the bad way, the good way, the proper way and not proper way, because I don't really believe in one proper way to do things. You know what I mean? So yeah, I hope if you guys are interested in drawing, you can find some YouTube tutorial and follow along. I just chose a book as a challenge from my childhood, but you can find so many in-depth tutorials on YouTube and on the internet for free even. So I highly recommend trying if you wanna, you know, try drawing for the first time, or go back to the basics, or find a new way to draw. I highly recommend. So that's gonna be it for today. Stay tuned for the next drawing video. Hopefully I get better. And yeah, have a wonderful day, night, morning, evening, whatever it is for you. And I see you guys next time.